Hello everyone, Darkblane here, back playing some more AFK Arena. And in this video, I want to look at the new Graveborn pirate hero, Hodgkin. I just want to look at his skills, his furniture, and his signature item in this video. So let's get on with the video. And also before I begin, I just want to say I have a monitor with me. It's a monitor that I just found lying around my house. So I have a monitor right here. It looks really good, and I'll be able to see and read things easier off this monitor. So yeah, when I look over here, I'm looking at my monitor just to let you know. So I'm gonna go and to the portraits now and look at Hodgkin. He'll be near the bottom since he's a Graveborn hero. Just keep on scrolling here. And there he is, right here. There's his portrait. So yeah, I'm gonna look at his. I'm gonna just look at him right now. Here, Hodgkin, the reviled captain. He is Graveborn. He is a strength-based hero, and he is a tank. So he's not a warrior like I've been hearing about. He might be. He's actually a tank. So what I'm looking for from him is damage reduction. That's really what tanks need, is damage reduction. And primary role is a tank. So hopefully he does have that that damage reduction since he's a tank role. Okay, I'm gonna look at his ultimate skill first. Called the Immortal. Hodgkin summons a ghost ship that crashes into the most concentrated area of enemies, dealing 330% AoE damage to enemies, simultaneously siphoning the souls of all enemies on the battlefield for 7 seconds. Enemies that have their souls siphoned also have their damage and healing efficiency reduced by 25%. And at level 2, enemies are additionally terrified for 3.5 seconds, and at level 3, damage is increased to 360%. So essentially, he'll just bring a ghost ship into the battlefield, and it'll hit the most concentrated area of enemies, and it will deal 330% AoE damage. And yeah, simultaneously siphoning the souls of all enemies on the battlefield for 7 seconds. Enemies that have their soul siphoned have their damage and healing efficiency reduced by 25%. So yeah, for 7 seconds, enemies will have their damage and healing efficiency reduced by 25%. And also this level 2, enemies are terrified for 3.5 seconds. So at this level 2, it's bringing some crowd control, which is really good. And also doing quite a bit of damage, so this sounds like a pretty good ultimate ability. Hits move over here. Soul Devourer, level 4. Hodgkin raises both of his Soul Devourer cannons and deals 240% damage to his target, also siphoning their soul in the process. The effects of the soul siphoning, the same as the Immortal, this ability has an additional 35% life leech effect when damage is dealt. Now level 2, damage is increased to 260%. Now level 3, if an enemy has already had their soul siphoned, they will be additionally stunned for 3 seconds. And at level 4, damage is increased to 280%. So he takes out his Soul Devourer cannons and he deals 240% damage to his targets. And he also siphons their soul in this ability like he does in the Immortal ability. And so this process is the same as the Immortal ability, so they will be given the same debuffs in this ability as they do in the ultimate ability, and it will also give an additional 35% life leech. And also, I want to look at level 3 here. If an enemy has already had their soul siphoned, they will be additionally stunned for 3 seconds. So that's another 3 seconds of stun. He's stunning for an additional 3.5 seconds with his ultimate ability, and he's also stunning for 3 seconds with the Soul Devourer ability. Which, yeah, sounds really good. This ability also sounds really good. Okay, let's go down to the third skill here, Jolly Roger. Hodgkin summons down a Jolly Roger flag that deals 230% AoE damage to nearby enemies. Allied heroes that are within range have their defense ratings increased by 20% and their attack ratings increased by 20% for the following 10 seconds. If an enemy within range has had their soul siphoned, the flag shall be strengthened, with its duration being extended to 3 seconds. After the flag has been strengthened, any allied heroes within range shall have their haste additionally increased by 35 points. At level 2, damage is increased to 260%, and at level 3, allied heroes within range have their defense ratings increased by 30% and attack ratings increased by 30%. So he pretty much brings down a flag and it deals 230% AoE damage to nearby enemies, and the allies that are within range have, with their level 3, have their defense increased to 30% and their attack increased to 30% for 10 seconds. And this one also deals with soul siphoned enemies as well. If an enemy is soul siphoned, the flag will be strengthened and the duration will be extended to 3 seconds. And also, if the flag has been strengthened, allied heroes will gain an additional haste of 35 points, which is a lot. That's a lot of haste. That's a lot of haste. This ability will be very good, especially with that haste. That haste alone, this ability can do quite a bit of damage. So definitely a really good ability, this Jolly Roger ability. Okay, let's go over to the final ability, Reviler's Defiance here. Hodgkin starts blocking frontal damage and is immune to control effects for up to 3 seconds or until he blocks an amount of damage equal to 25% of his max health. After Hodgkin finishes blocking damage, he immediately retaliates against the attacker, dealing up to 15% of the attacker's max health as damage. The amount of damage dealt is determined by the duration of the time Hodgkin blocks damage for, but shall not exceed 550% of Hodgkin's own attack rating. And at level 2, damage equal to 35% of Hodgkin's max health can be blocked. At level 3, damage deals damage up to 20% of the target's max health. So Hodgkin will block frontal damage, and he'll be immune to control effects for up to 3 seconds. Either that, or if he blocks an amount of damage equal to 25% of his max health. So yeah, depending on which one comes first, it'll be either 3 seconds or up to 25% of his max health. And he will retaliate once when he's done blocking, and he'll deal, and he'll go attack, and he'll attack the attacker, dealing up to 15% of the attacker's max health as damage. So this sounds kind of similar to Thorn's ultimate ability. Yeah, and the amount of damage dealt determined by the duration of time Hodgkin blocks damage for, but shall not exceed 550% of Hodgkin's own attack rating. So it sounds pretty good there as well. This ability sounds pretty good. So that's all 4 of his skills. I'm going to go over to his signature item now and see what his signature item looks like. Soul Devourer's signature item skills called Pirate's Greed. Hodgkin immediately recovers 10% of his max health for every non-summoned target that has their soul siphoned. This effect can be triggered 3 times every 4.5 seconds. So he'll recover 10% of his max health for every non-summoned enemy that has their soul siphoned. And this could be triggered 3 times every 4.5 seconds. That's quite a bit of health recovery. If he's able to recover, if he's able to do a maximum amount, he's going to be able to, he's going to be able to recover 30% health every 4.5 seconds, which that sounds like a lot of healing there. At his plus 10, Hodgkin immediately recovers 15% of his max health for every non-summoned target that has their soul siphoned. At plus 20, Hodgkin's one most injured ally shall also receive 15% of their max health values. And at plus 30, each time an enemy has their soul siphoned, the damage Hodgkin deals to that enemy is permanently increased by 20%. This effect can be stacked against every enemy a maximum of 3 times. So, yeah, he's gaining some more max health here, and with his plus 20, he's also healing his most injured ally for 15% of their max health. And his plus 30 as well sounds really good. So he's able to increase the damage for each time an enemy has their soul siphon. The damage Hodgkin deals to that enemy is permanently increased by 20%. So each time that an enemy is soul siphoned, the damage that Hodgkin deals to them is increased by 20%. And it says this effect can be stacked against every enemy a maximum of 3 times. So an enemy can have a maximum of 60% more damage dealt to them, which is a lot. That's a lot of damage by Hodgkin. I would definitely say get him to his plus 30 signature item. That this plus 30 sounds very powerful. Okay, let's move over to the exclusive furniture. See what his furniture looks like here. Called Pirate's Curse. With his 3 of 9, when an enemy has their soul siphoned, the effect shall continue up until Hodgkin's death. So all the effects that happens when Hodgkin does his soul siphon ability will be permanent until Hodgkin dies, which that sounds very powerful. That sounds very powerful there. I believe that will probably be with not only his skills but his signature item there. And at his Knight of 9, enemies that have their soul siphoned shall have their healing efficiency and damage reduced by 35%. If the same enemy has their soul siphoned again, they will be dealt damage equal to 290% of Hodgkin's attack rating. So this one sounds pretty good as well. Yeah, the healing efficiency and damage reduced by 35% sounds pretty good. And also, if the same enemy has their soul siphoned again, they will be dealt damage equal to 290% of Hodgkin's attack rating, which also sounds like a lot of damage as well. I would definitely say get his 3 of 9. I would say if you want to build his 9 of 9, but I just feel like his 9... The only problem I have with his 9 of 9 is that it feels like this should be like part of his skills. I feel like this should be maybe one of his skills, not... Or like one of his upgrades to his skill, I mean. Not like a furniture. I would say the extra damage could be useful. I mean, if you want to get his 9 of 9, I would say you could probably get his 9 of 9. But I would say for sure definitely get his 3 of 9 furniture here. So this is going to be pretty much the end of the video. I just wanted to look at Hodgkin, look at his skills, his signature item, and his furniture. Overall, I would definitely say get him to his plus 30 signature item, and I would say at the minimum get his 3 of 9 furniture. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, and comment anything you want me to do in AFK Arena, and I might do it in the future. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.